Ta-da! Hey peeps, welcome to another Your Model Railway Village video, number 16 up today. Actually, just before I continue though, you know how I told you I was keeping all the pieces in a box? Well, I clearly lied, because I've found some in the office. I found, look, more gently curving pieces of track. What is it with this project? It's just nothing but, even this one is another piece of gently curving track. So I found these three in the office on my desk by the Engage project. And then I found these. Some more platform sections on what look like the sides to the loco shed. I think it's the loco shed. So clearly a model has passed us by and I've totally missed it. I need to get it built. So opening this, let's have a look. Straight curved and yeah. And straight track, the only time we ever got any straight track. Station, we did the station. We definitely did the station. Level crossing, there wasn't really anything to do on the level crossing, not at this stage. Moving on, stone cottage, we did the stone cottage. Do you remember me doing the stone cottage? We did a good job of that. Completing the first pair of cottages, yes, we did all this, yeah, not a problem. Bush shelter, we did the bush shelter. It took me about a year to make a bush shelter from matchsticks because it was just so fiddly. It refused to stay stuck together. Baseboards storage, well it's not a problem because we're going to be storing it in the garage. Cutting a card panel for the village street. We only did this the other day. Adding pavement textures, adding curbs. Have I missed something? I must have missed something. Where has this come from? Okay, sorry about that. Just thought I'd show you, just because it's really odd. So track to one side, platform sections to one side, and loco shed sections to one side. Number 16, so yippee, another piece of curved track. What else? What are you starting work on the engine shed? Oh my gosh, I cannot, now I feel like an absolute moron. Do I edit that out? Do I make it look professional, like I've not made a mistake, or do I leave it in? I don't believe it. Right, I'm keen to see what we get then. Oh man, that is just... Oh, right, what else? What else? Move on. Deal with it, Will. Move on. Pioneers of Steam. Ah, that's going to be interesting. So all the really early locomotives and locomotive designers like Stevenson. Okay, there's a jet going over, but people have told me to just carry on. So I'm just going to carry on. And look! Loco shed parts. Wow. Hooray! Right, let's get this open. Okay, so yes, it didn't lie. There are more loco shed parts, which I assume go with those that came 5 episodes ago. That's really, really strange. What are they playing at? I do not have a clue. Anyway. Right, number 16. Let's have a look. Okay, building the train shed. I can't believe it. This is just crazy. Right, okay, fine. Building the train shed. You now have all the parts that you need for the engine shed. Yes, we do. But why were you so obsessed with going on about pavements for 4 issues? It totally doesn't make sense. This sits at the end of one of the sidings in the corner of the model layout. Right, okay. Assembling and painting your engine shed. Okay, that seems fine enough. Let's just have a quick look at all the parts then. So, there's not very much in there, but there does seem to be a lot in here. Look at this. Yeah, there's considerably more in here. Look at this. Wow, look at all those. Look at those windows. Wow, that's really quite smart. Okay, fine, yep, carrying on. I'll get that built then. I'll do a series of subsection videos whilst we get this built. I'll try and be as quick as I can, guys. Honestly, I promise. I will not take weeks over it like in the past. Assembling the walls and the roof. This is all pretty straightforward. And to be honest, the models are actually very good quality. The plastic is really good quality, and they go together really well. I find that very few modifications are needed in order to get it to stick together and stuff. So yeah, that's really good. Painting the walls and the roof. Right, okay, painting as well. Wow. Please, gently. There we go. And then adding the drain pipes. Gosh, are we even given drain pipes? That's quite cool. Okay, yeah, fine. I'll get all that done. Right, next. Well, let me just get this out of shot. Otherwise, it'll just annoy me. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Why do I keep getting all these words I can't pronounce? How are you supposed to pronounce that? Seriously. Mevagissy? Mevagissy? There are so many ways you could pronounce that. That is just horrible. That is cruel. Why do people keep doing this to me? And then the comments fill up with 18 million people saying, this is how you pronounce it. Yeah, thanks, that really helps. Paul Catchpole, proprietor of the World of Model Railways in Mevagissy, Cornwall, describes his extensive layouts. Right, I do apologise, Paul, I really do, and to everybody from Cornwall and everybody in the world if I pronounced it totally wrong, but I just haven't got a clue. I've never heard it. I've never heard of that before. Really haven't. But wow, that does look fabulous. Look at all those buildings. Gosh, it's like Nottingham city centre. Really, really cool. Well, in the 70s. At the World of Model Railways, in that place Will hates to try and pronounce, keeping a continuous stream of trains in action is an essential part of giving great entertainment value. But if a visitor's eye should wander to the trackside, they might also see some highly detailed some line-side scenery. Wow, that's so cool. I must admit, this series, this Model Railway Village series, has introduced to me a whole load of heritage lines and model railways that I'd never heard of before. I had no idea they were there, and now I do, and that's really, really good. In this bridge scene, 5 of the main routes around the railway are seen from the station, 2 running over the suspension bridge and 3 underneath. Yeah, look at that. That's just so cool. I love any model railway that has depth to it like that, you know, lines going over lines. Lines and lines and lines and lines. Although it can take more work, scratch building has allowed structures to be made to fit specific sites on the layout. For example, this 1930s style London transport station at the top end of the railway. Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of cool, I suppose. Scratch building, wow, serious stuff. I've not really, I guess the bus shelter is the closest I've got to scratch building. That's just a bus shelter. And that took weeks and was a right pain in the bum. But if you'd like to see me do more on scratch building and stuff, I'm sure I'll get that sorted for you. Or as all 3 layouts progress now, you're going to see some scratch building. So yeah, just hang in there. Pioneers of Steam. Right, okay, so this is the last one for this particular, it's quite a thin issue, isn't it? Not much to it. The origins of steam railways had their roots in the work of a small group of visionary engineers who invented and developed the steam engine, which became the driving force behind Britain's industrial revolution. Wow. The pioneers of steam. Of course, James Watt, Matthew Boulton. Watt invented the modern steam engine, which was originally used in textile mills and led on to the development of steam locomotives. That's fascinating, isn't it? It's true though. These steam engines, they were never invented for the use that we have today, or the use that we had 100 years ago. They were originally invented to just run machinery, as well as pumping water out of wells and out of mines and things. And then one day, someone came along and said, I wonder what will happen if we lie that steam engine down, put it on wheels, and put some wagons behind it. And the world was never the same again. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm thoroughly going to enjoy reading this. And I'd love to go through this with you. I should do some more history videos. We have got one coming up on a disused railway quite close to me, but it's not finished yet. Look, here you go. Look what I said. Pumping water from mines. Coal mining was a hazardous activity, not least due to the ingress of water that frequently flooded the mine. Ingress, wow, what a word. Flooded the mine workings and made the production of coal difficult and unreliable. The tin and copper mines of Cornwall had the same problem. However, in 1698, Cornishman Thomas Savery built a steam atmospheric pump engine for lifting water out of the mines, which was described as an engine to raise water by fire. Wow. Incredible. But of course, the steam engine was around about 2,000 years before that as a toy in ancient Greece. It really was. It was like it's like a sphere, it's like a ball with lots of pipes sticking out of it, and they'd fill this with steam and then just dangle it on some string or wire, and then the steam, as it forced its way out of the pipes, the whole thing spun really quickly. So it was actually a couple of things in one. It was the world's first ever steam engine, kind of, and the world's first jet engine because of the opposing thrust that was later harnessed by Frank Whittle when he did the jet engine. But anyway, we digress. But yeah, I do find it fascinating. And they were treated as nothing more than toys, just playthings. Oh gosh, Thomas Newcomen, yes. An English inventor who created the first practical steam engine for pumping water. Wow. See, this is what I'm on about. For ages, they just remained as these massive stationary machines that didn't go anywhere and didn't really do very much that was very exciting. And then the world changed when someone decided to lie one down. And, well, actually, originally they weren't even laid down. The very, very early steam engines did have the boiler vertical. But eventually they did lie the boiler down horizontal. And, yes, the world changed. The birth of steam railways. Of course, Richard Trevithick. I think I got that right the first time. So many hard to pronounce words. On the 21st of February 1804, people, over 200 years ago, the world's first railway journey took place, as Trevithick's unnamed steam locomotive hauled 5 wagons carrying 10 tons of iron along the 14.4 kilometre tramway that connected the Penydarren Ironworks near Merthyr Tydfil to the Abercynon in South Wales, to Abercynon. The trip took more than 4 hours and marked the true beginning of railway history. And then there's a little section there on James Watt. This is really good. I'm really glad that they've put some stuff like this in, because it's really interesting and I find the history of railways fascinating. So, apologies for how stupid I was in that particular issue. If I had just slid that piece of track over, I'd have seen everything. Anyway, I'll go get that started then. I've got Sunday's short to film, which is the nuclear flask train, and I will see you in the next video.